Yo, what's going on, guys? It's Sandy, and I'm sure you've seen a ton of videos on this already, so it doesn't really need too much explanation. This is the Battlefield 4 beta. I'm playing the Domination game mode. I'm pretty thrilled that they included this game type in the game because, you know, back in Battlefield 3, I really only played close quarters because it just suited me a lot better than the core game. I know Battlefield fanboys and stuff get pretty pissed about close quarters, but I just love gun on gun, just infantry modes. I don't care for vehicles. I know their place in the game, and I know that's what Battlefield is. I don't know, I have more fun shooting people, so Domination suits me perfectly. There's a lot of actions, people spawning all over the place. It could be kind of a mess. I'm really hoping they fix the spawns at some point, but it's just a lot of fun to me. I don't agree with letting people up on the rooftop on this map in particular because, well, there's no flags up there, so you can't capture anything, and people kind of just sit there and shoot tubes down, whatever. I like that they made the map way smaller. This map right here, I got to play it at E3. Really didn't care for it that much, but the other map, Paracel Storm, that I got to play when I was in LA a few weeks ago, that one's awesome. I would love to see that map in the Domination game mode. That would be great. What do we got? We got this is the first gun, the AK-12, that they start you out with as the assault class. Here's a little tip. Press V and change it from auto to burst. The fire rate goes up, the recoil is extremely manageable, and if you get them in the head, they're dropped in like one burst. So you could just run around like I'm doing in this video and just, you know, 1-2 bursting people, you can get them across the map. I love it. They seem to have fixed, not really fixed, but sped up the whole, you know, when you shoot people and it tells you that you killed them. In Battlefield 3, it seemed pretty slow, and I would wonder, like, did I even kill this guy? You know, that kind of got frustrating. I still think they could take a little hint from Call of Duty and make it a little quicker, maybe up more by like where your crosshairs are, but, you know, it's Battlefield. They got their own style, that's fine. I'm really used to Call of Duty, so I'll take the sped up version, that's fine. So, a lot of people have been complaining about the frame rate being down, and I would agree because on Battlefield 3 with my new setup with the 780 and all that, it was getting an easy, like, I don't know, always over 120 FPS. And with the 120 FPS, no, rather 120 hertz monitor, keeping that 120 is pretty important. So in games, you could just, you know, lower the quality. Wow, I just threw a grenade by accident. I meant to throw a health pack. Anyway, you lower the quality to match the refresh rate of your monitor. It's very important. But in Battlefield 3, I could just play on Ultra, and it would stay at like 120, 150, whatever. In this, I'm getting more like 60 frames per second, 60, 70, 80. And you wonder, like, what happened? Because it's kind of the same looking game, but it's not optimized. It's a beta. And I realized after digging through the internet that if you install Windows 8.1, it's a free preview. I'll link it in the description from Microsoft's site. Install it on another partition so you could dual boot. The game runs ridiculously good. I don't know why they didn't have it working like that for Windows 7. I'm pretty positive it will be when the game comes out. But yeah, it's back up to the 120 plus FPS. So if you're having a problem, even if you have a monster computer, test out Windows 8. You know, it's going to take like an hour to set it up and stuff. If you don't want it, that's fine. I actually still play it on Windows 7 because I don't feel like dual booting. I just wanted to test it, make sure it wasn't my computer. And it's not. It's just the game. Other people are having problems right now with AMD FX CPUs. And Miss Sandy Ravage, she has an FX 6300 in her computer. And people with these CPUs are running into massive lag spikes. Not lag, but like FPS dips going from 50 to 10. And I believe the problem has to do with in Intel it's called hyper-threading. It's when you take the 3 logical cores and then it makes them 6, and the FX in particular. Now if you go into the BIOS and you disable it and make it 1 core per compute unit, it's a simple little switch, and it should smoothen out your game. But if it doesn't, Sorry. These are just things that I found because I'm running into my own problems here between the two computers and trying to test out what works. It should be working perfectly fine by the time the game comes out. They got like 4 weeks or whatever, but to make it more playable, you could either try Windows 8.1, which, granted, it is a little in-depth to go and install the whole thing, redo all your drivers, all that just for a game. That's why I'm still playing on Windows 7. Or, if you have an FX CPU, just go and just test out, turning off the 3 cores, and see how it works. I do believe that it has a problem with hyper-threading, whatever it's called on AMD. What is that? I don't know. But, all in all, I'm having a great time playing it. It feels like Call of Duty in Battlefield. Like, not even close quarters was kind of like a huge team deathmatch. It felt like this actually feels like I'm playing Domination game types, like the like 7 to 10 minute match. I like it. In fact, they could probably increase the time for each match to more like 10 to 12 minutes, because if you get like the other team is just sitting on a roof, you could steamroll them in about 6 minutes or so. I like to have like a 10-minute match or so. But anyway, hopefully those little tweaks helped. And if I find out any more, I'll make another video, because like I said, I have the problems too. Everyone's having the problems playing the game. I'm just trying to help. So I'll be back later this week with some more videos. Maybe Fick. Maybe we could get Sark playing. We'll see. Alright guys, I'll see ya.